Cole's Little Treehouse presents The Terrifying Tale of Terry's Underpants. Written by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton and read by Stig Weems. Hi, I'm Andy. I live in a treehouse with my friend Terry and we make books together. I write the words and he draws the pictures. Hi, I'm Terry. I live in a treehouse with my friend Andy and we make books together. I draw the pictures and he writes the words. Hi, I'm Jill. I live in a house full of animals in the forest near my friends Andy and Terry. I like animals and solving problems and doing puzzles.
And I'm Silky. I'm a cat canary and I can fly. I'm Jill's favourite pet.
If you're like most of our listeners, you're probably wondering what the dumbest thing Terry has ever done is. Well, he's done a lot of dumb things, but the dumbest by far was the time he tried to wash his underpants in the shark tank. I was in the kitchen one morning when Terry came rushing in and said, "Andy, we've got a problem. A big problem." "Huh? What sort of problem?" I said. "The sharks are sick," said Terry. "They ate my underpants." "Well, why would they do that?" I said. "I mean, how did they even get them?" "Well," said Terry, "I came up with this great idea for washing my underpants. I dangled a dummy over the shark tank, and the sharks, thinking it was a real person, jumped around, trying to get it, which churned up the water, just like in a washing machine. So I put my underpants on the end of a stick and lowered them into the water. But the sharks were jumping around so much they knocked the underpants off the stick, and then they ate them." Now the sharks are just lying on the bottom of the tank and they've gone a weird green colour. I don't feel very well. "What are we going to do, Andy?" "I'm not sure," I said. "If only we knew somebody who loves animals and knows all about them and lives close by so they could get here in a hurry." "Yeah," said Terry. "Somebody like Jill." "Yeah," I said. "Somebody exactly like Jill." "Hey, I know," said Terry. "Why don't we call Jill?" "Great idea," I said. So we called Jill, and she came straight away in her flying cat sleigh pulled by 13 flying cats.
Meow! Meow! Meow!
To the treehouse! Fast!
Meow! Meow!
We met her at the shark tank. "Oh, those poor sharks," she said. "I'd better get in and take a closer look." You've got to hand it to Jill. She really loves animals, even sharks. We watched as Jill and her cats dived into the tank and set to work. Jill tried acupuncture, dorsal fin massage, guided meditation.
You are in a cool, deep ocean. You see a body thrashing helplessly.
Shark aerobics. You put your dorsal fin in, you put your dorsal fin out. And motivational movies. But nothing seemed to work. Jill came back up to the surface and said, "They are the sickest sharks I've ever seen. I'm going to have to operate." "Operate?" I said. "Yes," said Jill. "I'm going to have to perform open shark surgery and I'm going to need both of you to help. Cut open a shark? No way! We tried to explain we had stuff to do and couldn't stay. Can't stay, but stuff to do. But Jill persuaded us that helping her to make the sharks better was more important. Well, she pretty much insisted, actually. I was a bit freaked out by Jill's plan. I mean, I like animals and I think sharks are cool, but getting in a tank with them, even if they were too sick to move, did not seem like a good idea. And I could tell from the way Terry was trembling that he was having similar thoughts. But Jill and the sharks needed our help, so we knew we had no choice but to put on our wetsuits. Help, Terry, pull that. Oh, can you do up my zip? Oh, you've got my hair. Oh, man, it's really tight. And follow Jill into the tank. My, what big teeth you have, Grandma. I don't know if you've ever been in a tank full of man-eating sharks before, but take it from me, it's pretty scary. The sharks look even bigger down there than they do from up on the surface. I was worried about the sharks waking up and getting hungry while we were operating, but Jill gave them each a dose of Dr. Numbskull's Sleepy Shark sleeping potion and assured us that it would keep them quiet. Just relax, little sharky, while I inject you with Dr. Numbskull's Sleepy Shark sleeping potion. Oh, I hate needles. Are you ready? Said Jill. Yes, said Terry, but I'm not quite sure what to do. I've never operated on a shark before. It's not so hard, said Jill. You know how to work a zipper, don't you? Sure, said Terry. I love zippers. Well, said Jill, there's one about halfway down the shark's belly. Just unzip it and empty the contents. Wow, I said. I never knew sharks had zippers. I unzipped a shark and peered into its belly. As you might expect, it was full of fish. I couldn't see any sign of Terry's underpants, but I did find a sort of large, round object. I reached in and pulled it out. Hey, look what I found, I said. It's Captain Woodenhead the pirate's wooden head. Note, Captain Woodenhead is a terrifying pirate we had a lot of trouble with. But that's another story. In fact, it's a whole other little treehouse trademark book. Yikes, said Terry. That's creepy, said Jill. Jill was right. It was creepy. Even though the eyes were made of wood, it felt like they were looking right at you. See what I mean? Andy, said Jill, stop creeping the readers out with that pirate head and keep looking. We have to find those underpants. Look, said Terry. I just found a pair. And I did too, I said as I pulled them out of the shark. And here's another pair, said Jill, holding them as far away from herself as possible. Terry, these underpants are disgusting. Ew. I know, said Terry. That's why I was trying to wash them. How many did you wash? Jill asked. Just 3 pairs, said Terry. Well, that means we've got them all then, I said. Will the sharks be okay now? Said Terry. I think so, said Jill. The best thing for them is to be zipped back up and then they can rest. The cats and I can take it from here. So Terry and I swam back to the surface, and it wasn't long before the sharks were all feeling much better. But, like I said, of all the dumb things Terry has ever done, I think that was definitely the dumbest. Don't you? The end. Thanks for listening. See you in the treehouse.